So here are the rules, because this challenge might be a bit complicated. You see all these colors on the side of the screen? We have to avoid touching all of them. But once we have to touch one of them, then we will touch it and just remove it from the list. So we're gonna see if there is a color that it's possible to beat the game without touching. Also, when our character touches colors during cutscenes, it does not count. Let's get into it. Yeah, so we spawn on yellow is the first color we spawn on. I knew that we were gonna spawn on some color, but there you go, yellow's gone. And once again, the very first level, we lose blue immediately. Losing 2 colors right off the bat is not a good sign, but I believe we can dodge green with some well-placed run jumps and some spin jumps. We can get from each blue patch to keep green here. And we can collect power-ups using the cursor and just opening it up instead of having to go over there and touch green to collect it. But then I realized that the main collectible for this game that you need to collect was green, so I just did all that for no reason, and the rest of this level was pretty easy. I do have to jump on top of this clear pipe to avoid that gray bit at the end, and I do have to jump on these yellow boxes to get past it, but yeah, that was pretty much everything else I had to do in this level. Also, how we complete levels, we just have to hit the yellow orb at the top, because when we touch the white/silver pole, that's all during a cutscene that is forced upon us, so only us touching the yellow orb counts. And of course, the second level, automatically, we lose gray, another color off the list. So this is all the colors we have left by the second level. This challenge isn't looking great so far. This cloud part was hard to dodge white, but if you grab onto the wall at the perfect time, you can climb right past it to be able to get past without touching white. This next level is a boss arena where we have to touch tan and we also have to touch orange to kill them. That's 2 colors lost in one little boss arena. Next level we lose pink, and this wall we either have to jump on these clouds, which means touching white to get to the top, or jump on brown to climb to the top. So we have 2 options here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a slash over both of them, but not remove them until one of them has to be removed, and then we will just take the slash off the other one. And now we have a choice between these 2 levels to beat to move on, and I'm gonna choose the circus, because the other one makes you touch red and brown, this just makes you touch red. And other than red, literally no colors are touched in the circus. And to access the boss, we need more green stars, and both ways of getting the green stars we need require us touching brown. So we do have to touch brown, eliminating that and making white safe. And now we've made it to the first boss, and we spawn on these grates, which look red to me, so I'm pretty sure they're red, but I'm not fully completely sure. But anyways, we also have to touch white to kick these balls back at him to defeat him. But other than that, the boss is pretty easy. The next level where something interesting happens is this shadow place. Now I know many people would say this is touching black, but that is our shadow. That is not our exact character. So I'm going to allow it and say that that was not us touching black. And then for this level we have to touch brown because it's pretty much everywhere. So here's the list of colors that we have left. For the second boss, we do have to dodge around these black Bowser symbols, but other than that, it's a pretty easy boss. And now we have to beat this Boom Mansion level, which has these black tiles on the ground, but we just have to dodge them. But that's a problem, because once we get to this door, it seems like we can't dodge them. But if we go on to the white part that's in front of the door, and go into it, it's during a cutscene initiation animation that it makes us touch black whilst opening the door, which means we can do it without touching black. And in this level, we lose pink. This level was pretty worrying because there's orange leaves everywhere, so I thought we would have to touch orange, but nope, we can actually, with some well-timed dodges, dodge all of the orange parts. And for this boss, we just have to damage him by jumping on the band-aid on his head, and then we can avoid touching purple. Yeah, the ground of this world looks pretty orange, so orange is now off the table. And on this level, we have to dodge the purple flashing colors around, and the purple enemies, and the purple on this swinging vine thing. There is so much purple that we have to dodge on this level. And yeah, we have to touch purple to enter into this next boss. We're getting pretty close to the end of the game though. So the only color we have left is black. So yeah, we've been pretty much zooming through this entire game, but we do only have one color left. So let's see if we can get through the last 3 worlds without touching black. This boss fight was easy, I just had to dodge the black edges around the side. At first this level seems like it's going to be difficult for this challenge, but really the only thing black was just the enemies, so it wasn't hard. This next boss was yet another train level, so we just have to dodge the black Bowser symbols and we're good. I was worried about this boss at first because he has black all over him, but when he slams down he shatters, so we don't actually have to touch black to be able to damage him. Once we beat this next boss, we unlock the final world. And we still have the color black left. So let's see if we can do it after I grind for a while to get enough green stars. But good news, now that we had to touch purple, we can do all of these running things that get us tons of green stars very easily. But yeah, the first fight with Bowser is actually pretty easy. So it's time for the final world. And of course, only one color left. This train level, we had to dodge these things connecting each carts, and this part over here, I had to get a cat suit so I could climb up the wall instead of entering the door by touching that black thing. For this swamp level, I do have to avoid all these black edges, but it's no issue. Yep, we got another Boo level, and Boo levels are always scary because of all the black tiles on the ground. But this one, we mostly float above the sky, so it wasn't too hard. And this level was the hardest one ever, because his face and eyes and mouth are all black, so I have to dodge them, but still run backwards around it, and jump over these little squares of black whenever I respawn. There is so much black in this level I have to dodge, and it's just a super hard level to begin with. We have finally made it to the final boss. Now we just have to beat it without touching black. And right off the bat, we have to dodge these areas because they keep switching between colors, but sometimes they turn a really dark color that looks like black. I'm not so sure, but we're just gonna dodge it. And then after that, I played this level over and over again and kept raging. It wasn't even because of the challenge. This level just gave me a lot of trouble. But it is actually pretty easy to beat it without touching black, especially since I used the Super Tanuki suit. So yes, it is possible to beat Super Mario 3D World without touching black. If you like this video, you'll love this video where I tried to beat Teardown without tools. It underperformed, and I'd like other people to see it.